Welcome back, everybody, to the Metropolis Bulldogs Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today we wrap up season number 3 with our second bowl game in school history. We are headed to Birmingham, Alabama to take part in the BBVA Compass Bowl against the Auburn Tigers of the SEC Conference. Last year, our very first bowl game was the Music City Bowl against another SEC opponent in LSU. We dominated the game early, but ended up losing in a very close matchup. So we're hoping we can get the victory here against the Tigers for what would be our first bowl victory in school history. We currently sit with a record of 7-5. This season has certainly been an up and down mixed bag with a lot of close wins against some really good teams and some bad losses, particularly the Clemson and the East Carolina games in consecutive weeks. Last episode, we went 2-2 with some crazy finishes, particularly the one against Navy where we scored a touchdown on the final play of the game. As we look at this Auburn team, they haven't really beat anybody all that good. 0-4 against ranked opponents, but that's what happens when you're in the SEC. So for them, I would say we're probably one of the easier games on their schedule, to be honest. TJ Finley, the left-handed senior, leads the way at quarterback. He's a big guy, built like a lineman. Going to be hard to bring down. Auburn has a lot of talent, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. They also have plenty of good offensive skill position players as well. So as I was going through the injury report, I noticed that San Manuel Castillo was probable. That doesn't make sense because he got injured like 3 weeks ago, and it said he'd be out for 9 weeks. So the math certainly does not add up. We're not expecting him to play. So it'll be Jonathan Roberts in at quarterback, making his second consecutive start. I'm excited to see what he can do and what could be his final game at the quarterback position with Manuel Castillo likely as the long-term starter going forward. Jonathan Roberts possibly may switch positions. Look to him to possibly play running back or wide receiver. This game is in Birmingham, Alabama. I was expecting it to be pretty much a home game for Auburn, but if you look in the crowd, I see a lot of red. Our fan base traveled real well. Even though Auburn is technically home here in Alabama, a lot of our fans have made the trip from Washington, D.C. Welcome, everybody, to UAB Stadium here in Birmingham, Alabama for the BBVA Compass Bowl. The 6-6 Auburn Tigers face off against the 7-5 Metropolis Bulldogs. The Bulldogs looking for their very first bowl win in school history as they are going to start on the defensive side of the ball. So we're going to look at Auburn first, featuring the quarterback TJ Finley is on 1st and 10. He hands it off for his running back, who loses a couple of yards. Nice play there by the big linebacker, Curtis Neal. That's the junior Jordan Ingram who makes the play. And now that'll make it a 3rd and 9 here for the Tigers. Finley looks to throw it under pressure. Goes up the middle. It's caught by the tight end, Fromm. He gets the first down, so that'll keep the chains moving here for the Tigers. Now a 2nd and inches. Finley under some pressure. He bounces off the blockers and gets the first down, rushing inside the 20. And it looks like Auburn is now in the red zone. We'll see if the Tigers can get this touchdown and start this game with the lead. Following play, here's Finley looking to throw it under pressure, and he is brought down for a sack. Jonathan Savage, the second, the senior in his final collegiate game, brings down the quarterback. Of course, this is the final game for all of our seniors, and we hope that they can go out on the right foot. 2nd and long, a beautiful pass downfield for Kobe Hudson, who's had a great senior season here for the Tigers, brings it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Auburn super close to the end zone. It's a handoff for Jordan Ingram. He walks for red carpet, darts into the end zone for a touchdown. So the Auburn Tigers get the ball first. They score. Pretty good start as the offense comes out on the field. Is that Manuel Castillo at quarterback? He is returning 6 weeks prematurely from his abdominal tear. He wanted to play today, and he gives us the best chance to win. So because of that, he's going to play as he connects with Osiris Young. Talk about a fighter and a warrior. My goodness. Shout out to Manuel Castillo. Hopefully he can play well while obviously being banged up. Nice run for the senior running back, Victor Adams, as he gets the first down. 3rd and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Here is Castillo looking to throw it under some pressure, and it is incomplete. He tried to get it to Jonathan Roberts, who's playing some wide receiver today. So the offense is going to stay on the field. They like to go for it here on 4th and 7. Castillo scrambling to the left side, hoping to outrun the defender. He cannot, only getting a yard, so Auburn gets the stop. This is the opposite of the LSU bowl game last year where we started off really well. Today, not so much. Hopefully the defense can pick things up. That's a good start as Finley loses a yard on the sack. He's wrapped up by the linebacker, Emmanuel Dukes. That'll make it a 3rd and 5 here for the Tigers as Finley gets rid of it quickly, and it is incomplete. So the Bulldogs defense gets the stop. We'll see if their offense can do anything here to start the second quarter as we are through one. It's the Auburn Tigers who lead Metropolis 7-0. The Bulldogs open up quarter number 2 of the football as it's a first down. Castillo scrambling to the right side, hoping somebody gets open. He's going to keep it himself. There goes Castillo sliding at the 30-yard line. A very nice run for Manuel Castillo to move the chains. He doesn't have the mobility that, say, Jonathan Roberts has, but his arm is a lot more consistent. 3rd and 10. There's the senior slot receiver, Emmanuel Cortez, who gets the first down. Again, keeping the chains moving. And then 3rd and 4 on the goal line. It's Osiris Young with the touchdown. That's just his 3rd of the year. As good as Osiris Young has been, he hasn't really found the end zone a whole lot, but nonetheless, good pass for Manuel Castillo as the Archbishop Carroll connection of Castillo to Osiris Young keeps on rolling. 7-7, deep ball from Finley, and it's intercepted. Brian McGrew with his 3rd interception of the year, and the sophomore cornerback brings it to around midfield. McGrew does a great job of tracking the football, jumping the route. McGrew's ball skills have significantly improved throughout his career. It's been fun to see. Speaking of fun, nice little spin move by Jonathan Roberts. He gets around 20. The former quarterback, now possibly wide receiver going forward. He is 6'4". He has the height that you hope for. 2nd and 5. Here's Castillo scrambling to the left side. Nobody's open, so he's going to try to run it in as he dives into the end zone. That is a touchdown. And the Metropolis Bulldogs take their first lead of the game. Manuel Castillo continuing to always put his body on the line. Well, it kind of hurt him earlier in the year considering he tore his abdominal, but that time it led to a touchdown. Auburn has it back. Nice little first down conversion there. The Tigers offense looking to get things rolling once again. They started off strong with a touchdown on their first drive, but it hasn't really been smooth sailing since then. 2nd down. Here's Finley under a little bit of pressure, and he's intercepted. Hassan Antonio, the senior slot corner, picks him off. Back-to-back drives with an interception for Metropolis, and with just over a minute left to go here in the first half, the Bulldogs have an opportunity to look and extend their lead. On 1st down, Castillo is sacked for a big loss. Not a good start to the drive. That was Cam Riley with the sack, and it's a 2nd and 20 now for Metropolis. Castillo under pressure, goes deep for his tight end, Tadion Smith-Gardner, who gets the first down. Great job by Metropolis to make up for the sack in a big way as they again keep the chains moving. The Bulldogs still with multiple timeouts at their disposal as it's a 3rd down. Castillo looking to run for the first down. He dives head first and is just short. It's a 4th and inches. Auburn calls a timeout. That might be a mistake because Metropolis is going to keep the offense out on the field. They're going to go for it. You know head coach Isaiah Sparks loves being aggressive here as the fullback Tico Chukwumereji barely gets the first down, but he does, and that'll keep the chains moving. First down now here for Metropolis, down to 1 timeout in about 20 seconds. There's Castillo with a deep shot for the true freshman CL Frost, who makes the play. Following play, first down, now 19 seconds to go from the 25. Castillo again scrambling to the right, under pressure, gets it to Osiris Young, who is just shy of the end zone. Clock sits at 8 seconds here. The Bulldogs have a timeout inside the 5. They're not thinking field goal, they want a touchdown. Emmanuel Cortez in motion, certainly hoping to get him a touchdown on his final game, but that's not going to do it as he loses 3, down to 4 seconds. Bulldogs call their last timeout, and they're going to keep the offense out on the field. I think Metropolis is going to go for a quick shot in the end zone. If it doesn't work, take the point, and it is caught for a touchdown. Tadion Smith-Gardner beats the buzzer. A great drive from Manuel Castillo, who has 3 all-purpose touchdowns in the first half. So that'll make it a 21-7 ball game as we have the final kickoff here in the first half with 1 second to go. It'll be received just out of the end zone. And that ball is out! Picked up by CL Frost. Unfortunately, he can't return it anywhere. If the Bulldogs were able to get a touchdown there, that would have been wild. But nonetheless, a great first half, particularly a great second quarter. It was 7-0 Auburn after the first quarter. Now the Metropolis Bulldogs lead 21-7, outscoring the Tigers 21-0 in the second quarter. So now we go into the third. Metropolis opens up on offense as it's going to be picked up by Donovan Barrington. Here's Barrington with blocks down the sidelines, and I don't think anyone's going to catch him. Welcome to the second half. It's a Donovan Barrington kick return touchdown. That's his second of the year. Barrington had one just a couple of weeks ago. Actually, the last game of the season against Navy, off of a safety on the kickoff, he took it to the house. So that's back-to-back weeks with a kickoff touchdown for Donovan Barrington. And this game is quickly turning into a blowout, 28-7. The Bulldogs lead over the Tigers with 28 unanswered points. Auburn's got some damage control to do. There's a solid first down. Good throw from TJ Finley, who was picked off twice in the second quarter, hoping that this third quarter can be a little bit better. Auburn certainly has the talent to make a run here down the stretch. We'll see if they can do it. And up for Jordan Ingram. He has blocks down the field, wrapped up past the 30. A nice gain for Ingram. And Auburn's offense is having a nice drive here. They've really struggled since that opening possession where they first scored. It was on first down. It's a read option, and Finley is going to lose 4. Delvin Hines, the second, arguably the best player on this really talented defense, makes the play, and it's a second and long here for Auburn. So they're going to learn from their mistake, not go with the read option, keep it in the hands of a running back, but he loses 3 more. Looked like that was Lewis Reed along with Hasil Diamantopoulos who made the play, and now it's a 4th down. 4th and 8. Auburn doesn't have much to lose, so they're going to go for it. Finley takes a shot for the end zone, and it's caught by Elijah Canian for the touchdown. He burned Figgy Yakabouti, and Auburn brings it within 14. It's now 28-14. The Tigers hoping to get back into the game. First offensive play of the third quarter for the Bulldogs is a deep shot from Castillo. It's caught by Young. Osiris Young takes it to the house for a touchdown. What a start to the third quarter for the Bulldogs. They have 2 80-plus yard plays, the kick return touchdown, and then that, an 85-yard touchdown, which apparently breaks the longest pass in a game record previously set by, ironically, Jonathan Roberts. I know that's not the record. There's no way. But NCAA is weird like that. So now it's 35-14. The Bulldogs airing it out here. They look super explosive in this third quarter. 3rd and 4. Finley keeps it, gets the first, but he fumbles it. Kevin Bowman forces it out, and it's picked up by Hassan Antonio. This game continues to unravel for the Auburn Tigers, and it is looking worse and worse for them by the second. So Metropolis has the football back. Another touchdown might ice the game, to be honest, as there's Emmanuel Cortez, breaks the tackle. Solid gain for Cortez. Obviously, Osiris Young has been the big-time receiver today with 2 touchdowns, matching his season total. But hopefully we can get Emmanuel Cortez a little bit more involved, along with Victor Adams, with it being both of their final games with our program. First down, under 3 to go in the quarter. Castillo with a shot for the end zone. It's Osiris Young with his 3rd touchdown of the game. Young had 2 touchdowns all year, and he adds 3 more today. I have never seen Manuel Castillo play this well. He is dotting up the Auburn defense like it is nothing. This is fun to watch. Manuel Castillo's had an up-and-down season, an up-and-down career as a whole, but man, does he look good today. It won't get better for the Tigers as Finley is sacked for a loss of 3 on the play by Jonathan Savage II. 3rd and 5, not too much time left here in this quarter. It's going to be a pass for the sidelines, and I think Finley was just throwing it away. He was under a lot of pressure. So the Bulldogs get the ball back. They lead by 28, but they are not content. They're looking for more. 30 seconds left in the quarter as Castillo gets it over to a slot receiver, Emmanuel Cortez, who gets another nice gain of 14 yards. That'll again move the chains and wrap up the third quarter. Another phenomenal quarter for the Bulldogs, featuring a kick return touchdown for Donovan Barrington and 2 very long scores from Castillo to Osiris Young. As we start the fourth quarter, 2nd and goal. Young nearly with his 4th touchdown of the game. He's just short of the end zone, literally inches away. The Bulldogs will be unable to convert on 3rd and goal, so now it is a 4th and goal. Manuel Castillo calls for an audible. It looked like they were originally going to run it. He saw all the defenders in the box, so they're going to instead throw it. Castillo gets it to Emmanuel Cortez, the senior, in his final game as a Bulldog. gets the touchdown. Manuel Castillo breaks the school record for most passing touchdowns in a game with 5. Certainly the most impressive performance I've seen from a Metropolis quarterback ever, not just statistically, but the fact that it's against a team like Auburn. 49-14, the Tigers just hoping for anything is on 3rd and 7. They don't convert, and Auburn would actually elect to punt it there. They're pretty much throwing in the white flag at this point. Now the Bulldogs are chewing clock. They would have the ball really the entire quarter. There's only 20 seconds left as it's a 4th down. They could punt it, but they're just going to look to end the game as it's the senior Victor Adams who's going to walk it off with the 1st down. So an efficient 4-minute drive to wrap up the ball game as the Metropolis Bulldogs, for the first time in school history, win a bowl game. They are the champions of the BBVA Compass Bowl here in Birmingham, Alabama, destroying the Auburn Tigers 49-14. Where has this been all year? I think of our 7 wins, I doubt any of them were by more than double digits. So the fact that we not only won by double digits, but we won by 35, practically on the road. I know it's a neutral site game, but we're playing Auburn in Alabama. I consider it a road game. Manuel Castillo, where the hell has this been all year? 22 of 31, 337 and 5 touchdowns while playing injured, might I add. We need to get Manuel Castillo injured more often if he's going to play like this. Castillo is going to be the full-time starter next year. I'm excited to see what he does as a junior. Osiris Young, 7 for 172 and 3. He was an absolute animal. Emmanuel Cortez also good. We ran the ball pretty efficiently as well, and the defense was very good. 2 sacks for Jonathan Savage in his final game. Interceptions for McGrew and Antonio. We were forcing fumbles. I mean, it was just a complete win. The offense was great. The defense was great. The special teams was great. Mark Mitchell did his thing. We didn't even have to use our punter, Zach Kirksey, in his final game. TJ Finley, 2 interceptions, not his best performance. Auburn, their offense just wasn't all that good. I mean, their offensive line struggled. Their run blocking wasn't great. Their pass blocking wasn't great. And obviously, their coverage was a disaster. So that's going to wrap up the bowl game and season number 3. We're going to do our little season recap here just so we can get an idea of all the stats and stuff, awards, All-Americans, and then we'll be able to hop right into the offseason in the next episode. So we finished 8-5, the same record that we had last year, but we do have some hardware this time, taking home a bowl win. We won our first bowl game 1 year before Westlake did. In the Westlake series, we did that in year 4. But keep in mind, Westlake had 2 Mountain West championships by this time. So obviously the big storyline this year was the quarterback play, and I think it's safe to say Manuel Castillo is the guy going forward. The running back room is going to be interesting next year. Donovan Barrington's going to keep his role. I think D.D. Santander, one of our redshirt freshmen, he's going to be the main guy going forward. Osiris Young, he really improved this year. His numbers aren't that much better, but his drops went down from 21 to 9, which is a big deal. He continues to show signs of improvement, and I think he's going to be great as a junior. Emmanuel Cortez had his best year. The offensive line was quite good. And the defense was the strength of our team. 9 sacks for Hines, 7 for Savage, 4 interceptions for Yacobuti, 3 for Sorvanis, Antonio, and McGrew. Forced a couple of fumbles, had a couple of safeties, had a couple of touchdowns. Mark Mitchell probably had his worst year. He missed most of those kicks into sim, however, so it's not really my fault. Donovan Barrington with 2 kick return touchdowns in back-to-back weeks, might I add. Let's take a look at some awards around the country as we start with the All-NCAA teams. The All-American First Team headlined by Naquan Wright, the Heisman-winning running back out of Florida. Michael Roberson, our middle linebacker, would end up getting on the All-NCAA First Team. That's pretty cool. There's the second team headlined by DJ Uiagalelei, the quarterback out of Clemson. Get to use that to fuel my DJ narrative. For those who don't know, I will die on the DJ Uiagalelei hill because I think he's good at football, and a lot of people disagree. We have a number of players on the freshman team: Yacobuti, Reed, and Kevin Bowman. Here's the all-conference first team: Delvin Hines the second, Hasil Diamantopoulos, Michael Roberson, Hassan Antonio, and Lewis Reed, the true freshman. As for the second team, not really a whole lot of offensive players for us, which I guess isn't really a surprise. We did have a number of defensive players scattered throughout. Figgy Yacobuti ended up making the second team. And then as we look at the award winners, to my surprise, we did not have anybody finish in any of the award ballots. Not a single player in the top 12. I feel like at least Donovan Barrington should have been on for best returner. I mean, he had 2 kick return touchdowns, albeit one of them was after the award was announced. But still, he was very good as a kick returner throughout the year, and he had a couple of touchdowns at the end. Other than that, I get it. I think he could have made a case for Michael Roberson. I think he could have made a case for Lewis Reed. I think he could have made a case for Delvin Hines. Maybe not for them to win the awards, but at least be in the running. I don't think any of those guys are good enough to take home an award, but at least in the top 12. You got to show us a little bit of respect. Our defense was one of the better ones, in my opinion, in college football. I get that nobody made it on offense because, again, we didn't really have any standout offensive players. But, oh well, it is what it is. I'm more so focused on the team's success and the fact that we had another good season, going 8-5. We're probably going to be a 3-star prestige next year. Here's a look at the bowl results. Alabama's in like the Chick-fil-A Bowl. They don't even get a BCS bid. The national championship was a close one, but the Georgia Bulldogs squeak away against the Ohio State Buckeyes 38-28. Ohio State won it last year. They were hoping for back-to-back. They didn't quite get it in C.J. Stroud and company's final collegiate game. So that's going to wrap up the episode, wrap up Season 3. Let me know what you thought of the bowl game and the season as a whole down below in the comments. Next episode will be the off-season, which should be a lot of fun. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Peace out. Go Dogs.